You probably have a note saved on your phone right now, or a half-finished project sitting somewhere in your room. Something you keep telling yourself you'll share with the world when you finally feel ready. So you start making a plan, and you tell yourself that once the plan is perfect, then you'll begin. But somehow 6 months have passed, and the plan still isn't finished. I think the uncomfortable truth is the thing we're avoiding might not even be failure. It might be the truth we'll discover about ourselves once we start. Imagine the version of yourself if you had started 6 months ago. How far you could have been by now. I bet the journey wouldn't feel as overwhelming as it does today. Maybe it would be closer to your dream life. Just imagine for a second. But you are not alone in this struggle, because I'm guilty of the same thing. One of my dreams is to reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So I told myself that this was going to be the year I finally lock in. So I set out to make a bulletproof plan. I mean the whole works, video ideas, everything. And before I knew it, 3 months had passed. One day I was scrolling through YouTube, and get this, I saw someone upload the exact video I had been planning this whole time. I felt so angry with myself, but the worst part wasn't the video. It was realizing that someone else had the courage to take the first step that terrified me. That moment taught me something important. No matter how you feel, every day you wait comes with a price. You pay with lost experience, lost growth, lost opportunities, because time is always going to pass. So the real question is, what are you going to do while that time passes? Are you going to wait, or are you going to take action? There's something deeper happening in our minds. Perfect plan you are looking for is actually just a disguise our mind uses to protect us. We often convince ourselves that we need more preparation before we start. That might look like getting into shape secretly at home before purchasing a gym membership. I struggle with this badly. At one point in my life, I was afraid of uncertainty. I wasn't trying anything new. I wasn't enjoying life, all because I didn't think I was ready. I kept telling myself, when I'm prepared, I'll take action. At the time, I wasn't even aware of the deeper problem I was dealing with. You might think that you're afraid of the plan failing, but that's actually not the truth. It was never really about having the perfect plan. It took me a while to realize the deeper problem that many of us are too afraid to face: self-doubt.
There'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. You just put one foot in front of the other, you control what you can't control, and then you see what the outcome is, right? If you win, great, you're gonna have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks, but you're gonna have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway, right? So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other.
There are always going to be potholes in the road. That's inevitable. The messy middle of any creative process, where nothing goes perfectly, is actually where the opportunity for growth appears. You can't grow in comfort. I learned to shift my mindset away from worrying about things I can't control, like whether this video gets no views or whether people like it. Instead, I focus on a better internal metric that I can control, keeping my promises to myself, because I realize something important. Self-respect only grows when you keep the promises you make to yourself. So let me ask you something. What promises have you been breaking to yourself? Making a plan feels safer than actually taking action. But what if I told you that your brain is simply trying to keep you safe? In the moment, self-doubt can feel like a form of self-care. By not taking action, you avoid embarrassment, rejection, or even failure. And in a way, that does keep you safe. For a long time, I kept shrinking my goals to accommodate my fear of taking action. And honestly, I wasn't happy. But let me ask you this. Is comfort worth a lifetime of regret? If you truly loved yourself, you wouldn't deny yourself the chance to experience the things you desire. When I reflect on my life, the times I've grown the most as a person were usually the most uncomfortable moments. But I'm grateful for those experiences, because real growth only happens when you are pushed outside your comfort zone. Avoiding that tension is what keeps you stuck for years. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. What are you going to regret more? Giving up on your dreams or choosing the comfort that comes with being normal. We often confuse confidence with courage. We think that confidence is a thing that makes us take action. However, that's not true. Confidence is a state of being. On the other hand, courage is a verb, which means acting despite fear and uncertainty. If you are someone who has never fought before, courage is what actually allows you to step in the ring. Even though you are still unsure of your abilities, you only gain confidence after repeated action. The more proof your brain has that you can handle something, the more confident you begin to feel. This is how I personally try to make sure I'm always building confidence. First, I had to reframe what confidence meant to me. From now on, confidence means trusting yourself to try and be okay despite the outcome. I also have something I call evidence folder. It's in my notes app, and in it I write down all the times I proved to myself that I could act despite fear. Every time I showed courage. I want you to try something right now. After this video, go on your phone, open your notes app and write down one time you took action despite fear. Then from now on, whenever you feel afraid to try something, go back and look at that note. Remember, not every time you take action will work out perfectly, but the important thing is trying. You know what I realized? In life, people like us really only have two choices. The pain that comes with trying today, or the years of regret that come with inaction. Think about how much time in your life you've already spent waiting to feel ready. How many opportunities were missed? Most successful people didn't start because they felt completely ready. They started even when they were unsure. Right now I don't even feel ready to start this YouTube channel. I still question myself, why would anyone watch this? Who does